back, everybody. I'm Edwin.
And this is Joseph.
And this is
Edwin and Joseph Talks.
So it's been a while. We're back, and to get back on routine, we're going to go ahead and kick it off with Alien Monday. So I believe you got some stuff for us?
So I was kind of researching on basically UFO reports and how many are like false UFO reports. Something I always thought about, because you hear about them, but how many of them are actually not true? And before we get onto all that, I've noticed that the media, like local news media and stuff like that, is starting to pick up that the government is starting to take more action into researching and trying to figure out what these UFOs are. Now, when we're talking about UFOs, we're not necessarily talking about alien all the time. They're just unidentifiable flying objects. So I started researching, and one of the first spots I went to was a place, MUFON.org. Mm-hmm. And what MUFON is, Mutual UFO Network. They were established in 1969, and they have a database that gets updated regularly, daily, I think even hourly. And people can become members, donate to them, and sightings get posted there all the time. Now, they get about 5,000 to 6,000 reports a month.
Damn, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
I mean, that's a lot.
I read that and I was like, okay, that's quite a bit. Now, what I wanted to know was how many of these are hoaxes. Well, I found out that they're able to debunk 3 to 5%.
And which, I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but 3 to 5% of 5,000 is a pretty big number on those.
It is a big number. I always actually thought it would be a little bit higher. I honestly did. Now, of all the reports that they get, they say that 30% is unexplained.
And that's them not being able to like figure out what it is they're looking at.
They have no idea. That would be a true UFO. They don't really know what they are looking at. We're throwing a lot of percentages out. I know this, but now they said that 35% of all claims are IFOs. So they can identify it as Venus, weather balloons, SpaceX projects, stuff like that, military. They can identify it. So, out of all this, do you think that it's hard to figure out? Say we have a bunch of people that see one thing, and then it's being reported, or something goes viral. Do you think that it's hard to figure out in some of these senses, or is it easier to go,
It really depends, because, I mean, we've all seen, like, videos, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, where somebody's recording something with their phone or whatever, and it's really fuzzy and grainy. You can't really tell what it is they're shooting. But then you look at, like, the Phoenix lights where people recorded, and you can tell, like, those were just weird little lights, you know, in a big formation. So, I mean, and then, too, you got to realize, like, how well we can actually see with our naked eye when we look up at the sky. You can't. What could be Venus? What could be a weather balloon? You know, you look up and it's all the way up there. It looks, you know, you don't know what it is. So, I mean, in some instances, yeah, I can see how it could be, you know, oh, well, I don't know what this is. It must be a UFO or alien, whatever you want to say. But then, I mean, technology, too, with its advancements and what we can do now, it's really easy to kind of fake those videos out, too.
I seen one lately. It was supposed to be in Mexico, and I was like, "That's CGI."
Yeah, a lot of them you can tell when it's CGI though, because it just the ship doesn't fit into the rest of the screen. You know? And that's where a lot of the reports come from too. When I see the videos pop up, it's usually like Mexico, Brazil, or not. I've seen a couple come out of Japan too.
Yeah, Um, I've seen a couple of people they were posting, and it was like drones. They just didn't realize it was drones because drones, how they move, you know, they can go back, forward, up, down. They can move sporadically in crazy ways, and I've seen some footage of that, and I was laughing because I used to have one. Well, we had the small ones, and I had a bigger one, and I was like, those are drones right there. But yeah, it really shocked me though that 3 to 5% of all the cases that they get, they put it under the hoax. I would have thought that would have been bigger. I was thinking more around like 30%.
Yeah, and I think, like, with not being able to tell what that is, I think that's what kind of hurts the claims too, because you get a bunch of people that think they see something, so they report it, then it gets debunked, and then that's where like the credibility takes a hit.
Yeah. And you know, I'm hoping that with our technology, we can get some better, actual real footage, but better quality footage. You know, if you're shooting at low night, you're going to get that graininess.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why a lot of the shots are not great. You know, you have
really
people that just don't know how to work what they're using, and it's hard to get what they're trying to get, especially low light.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your camera's going to put grain in where, you know, naked eye, you won't see grain.
Yeah.
So I want our viewers to really comment on this. Have you guys ever seen any UFOs? Have you seen cases that at first you thought were maybe legit, and then they debunked it somehow? You're like, oh, I was wrong on that. Hit us up with some of those cases. We'd like to look into them. I'm starting to kind of look at basically the probably top 20 reported basically sightings and events that have ever happened in probably our, I would say, last 60 years, I would say. I'm going to try to get an Alien Monday series of that going. Where would you guys like to kind of hear from us on this one? Anything alien related, let us know.
Pictures or anything you guys might have, that'd be kind of cool to see too.
Yeah, send it into us. We would like to see it. And with that, you know, this Alien Monday, we're going to keep kind of short. See you guys next time.